All right. Thank you so much, Shannon. Joining me now with a breakdown of the election, Bill Vickery, Jessica DeLoach. And guys, we're talking about those early numbers that Shannon just told us.
Yeah.
You know, 400,000 mark, getting very close to that. In Arkansas alone, the population about 3 million registered voters. You guys were talking about hovering around close to 2 million, right under 2 million.
Yeah.
When you see that early voting number, what's your first thought, Jessica?
It's encouraging. It's not surprising, given all of the money that has come into the state to mobilize voters. It's really impressive when you think about the fact that we're up over 100,000 voters from where we were in the 2010 midterm election. That's really great.
And you have a theory, Bill.
Yeah, it can be a little deceptive. If you look at the overall number of people who show up and vote, are you turning out people who haven't voted in the past and adding to the number, or are you merely turning out people because both parties have spent millions and millions of dollars, the most money ever spent on get-out-the-vote operations in the history of the state? So are you just turning people who are already going to vote, or are you turning them out earlier? I think a lot of indications are of the new people who were registered to vote for the first time. Very few of them make up a percentage of that early vote population, and with the weather today, we'll have to see what happens. So it's a matter of time to see if that is an actual increase or just people who were going to vote voting early.
Yeah. Bill, you brought up a great point earlier today. You were talking about pregame. This is the pregame before the Super Bowl that is elections here in the natural state. What are politicians doing right now at the 6:49 hour getting ready for the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I think, again, this is the no stone unturned day as we talked about. You throw all the spaghetti at the wall today. A lot of phone calls, a lot of efforts to push people. You know, with technology the way it is, the reason we spend this much money now as political parties is because we know who has voted and who hasn't voted. We have the ability to reach those folks, and so that's a lot of effort thrown at that today.
Yeah.
What are Democrats doing preparing for the 7 o'clock hour when the polls close?
There's a lot of visibility that's being executed right now. So you'll end up seeing, you know, if you're driving to work this morning, you're going to see a lot of people standing on very strategic street corners, waving their signs. You'll have people out at the polls standing as close as they can, trying to get people to get that last bit of attention before they walk into the polls to cast their vote. So it's visibility. There's a major push there.
Sure. All right, let's talk about some key races. I want you each to pinpoint one race that you're going to watch, maybe because you're nervous, maybe because you're excited. Bill, we'll start with you. What's the race, we'll say outside of governor and Senate, because those are the big ones. Everybody's going to have an eye on that. One race that you've got your eye on tonight.
That's a good question. Probably, oddly enough, the congressional race in northeast Arkansas.
Okay.
I think Rick Crawford will win overwhelmingly. But to see the change from a partisan standpoint in northeastern Arkansas, Jonesboro, above Interstate 40 in northeastern Arkansas is really big. Watch the number that he puts up. That could be an indicator of some of those state House of Representatives races. And that's also, those are sort of new votes for Republicans up there.
And that's Rick Crawford against Jackie McPherson?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. The second congressional district race is exciting to me because it will be I think it will be close. And I think that the Democrats have a tremendous chance at picking that seat back up. So we'll see how it goes, but I think a lot of people are watching that one. It's just a really great
Pat
race.
Hayes versus French Hill there.
Yes.
So definitely there are races on the docket. At the end of the day, I know both of you guys, Republicans, Democrats, saying get out, folks.
Yeah, apathy's the real enemy today. If you notice, both parties now are fighting apathy today more than anything.
Great point. Bill, Jessica, thank you so much. They will be on our team throughout the evening, both on Fox 16 and KARA K4, as we bring you all the up-to-the-minute analysis and reports. We'll be right back after this.